First on morning news, we got the thunderstorms pushing out. Clouds are hanging on. Will we see more rain this afternoon? I'll let you know in the full forecast straight ahead.
Hours from now, Atlanta's Public Safety and Legal Administration Committee set to talk about youth curfews.
Yeah, this isn't the first time city leaders have considered a curfew. Molly Oak is live with us for a look at their latest proposal.
And good morning, you guys. Councilmember Keisha Waits once again asking for a stricter curfew citywide for kids in hopes of keeping them safer. Once you take a look at your screen, here's the new proposed curfew for kids 16 and under. It would change the current curfew from 11 p.m. on weekdays, Sunday through Thursday, to 8 p.m. and then from midnight on weekends to 9 p.m. on weekends. Now, that Public Safety Committee where that new curfew will be discussed is happening today at 1 o'clock. Back to you all.
All right, Molly, thank you. This morning, Atlanta police are investigating what led up to 2 people being shot last night.
Yeah, it happened at a Southwest Atlanta home along Elizabeth Avenue in the city's Venetian Hills neighborhood. Right now, police haven't released a lot of details. We know the victims were a man and woman. Both were taken to the hospital and are expected to be okay.
We are getting a look at a wild scene along Edgewood Avenue early Sunday morning after the clubs let out. This video sent to us by an 11 Alive viewer. Hundreds of people packing the street as officers started to clear the crowd. You see that woman up there right on top. She hops on top of the police squad car. A statement from APD says officers, they helped her get down safely and then they arrested her, charging her with disorderly conduct.
A Cobb County woman says that she is living with some unwelcome guests, and that's rats. A hole opened up in her home last month after a bad storm, and Joy Luna says that she's been trying to get it fixed by her landlord for weeks now. Luna tells 11 Alive she's done multiple work orders that have gone unanswered. We spoke to attorneys to find out what her rights are and if you find yourself in the same situation.
It's important that you document things as much as possible. First. Second, always keep a cordial relationship with your landlord.
He went on to say that in Georgia, renters can hire their own contractor to fix a structural issue and have it deducted from their rent. He adds that no tenant should be left to feel like they're alone. That was a look at your top headlines.
Headed out the door on this Monday morning. Chezzy, how's it looking?
Well, not bad. Not bad now that the storms have passed by us. This is, I stopped it here. You can see by 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m., we were dealing with some of that heavy rain just to the east of the area down toward Atlanta. We're still dealing with that rain, but it now has pushed out of our way. And so it's getting out of the way. That's the good news right there. You see that radar as it pushes that rain out. So you're looking at temperatures starting off in the 60s this morning, but we'll be rising through the 70s by noon. I think we're going to hold on to a threat for a sprinkle or two through noon, and then after that, sunshine starts breaking out and temperatures start to heat up a little bit, up to 82 degrees for your afternoon high temperature for today. Tomorrow, a 20% chance as well. Now, that's going to maybe fluctuate a little bit, really depending on how close a front stalls to our area before it starts to move back to the north by Wednesday, increasing our chance for the rain, sticking around for Thursday, and then finally clearing out by Friday. What front am I talking about? Well, it's back off to the north and west of us right now. Let's better look at it right there. You can see the northwest flow behind that front. Once it moves through our area, that's what we're expecting, and so our winds will start to pick up just a little bit behind that front. So it will be a bit breezy, a touch breezy as we head through the afternoon. Right now, our winds out of the west on the light side. This front here, or that boundary there, is what has driven those showers, thunderstorms through our area. They are weakening as they continue to push over toward the east as well. So a touch of drier air coming our way as we head into the afternoon, but don't look for it to stick around, unfortunately. With that front stalling just to our south, we're going to see little waves right along that, and so it will bring back the threat for some showers. Could be by tomorrow. Again, it really depends on how far south that front gets. Storm Prediction Center thinking that it will be close enough that it could bring us some more showers and thunderstorms, but our model's showing us a little something different. I'll show you that in just a minute. But that front starts to lift back to the north, so you can see by Wednesday the threat increases. We'll see about a level 1 threat for severe weather possible in our area, but this could fluctuate as well as we're a couple days out. The good news with that rain is that it'll start to add to our deficit. And so we have some abnormally dry spots through the state, especially down in the southern portions of the state. And so that rain will help fill up those rain buckets, which is good news for us. It's a silver lining to the rain. Here it is, our forecast track model. You can follow along with me with the time right there at the top of the screen. It shows skies remaining cloudy at least through about noon today. And again, there's an isolated shower or two certainly possible. For the most part, we'll stay on the dry side, getting the sunshine in by the time you're driving home this evening. We'll stay dry through Tuesday morning. By Tuesday afternoon, I think the clouds increase, you notice the wet weather down here to the south, with that front staying well south of us. But it starts to move back to the north, and you see by Wednesday morning we can see some isolated showers around the area. We'll hold on to the threat as we head into the afternoon on Wednesday and into Thursday as well. We'll see those scattered showers around. It won't be until Friday that we'll clear it out. That'll be my pick for the week right there. Partly sunny skies, 87 degrees for the high. That's where we should be for this time of year. And the wet weather returns as we head into Father's Day weekend.
Now, just one day away from a historic court appearance, former President Donald Trump set to be arraigned Tuesday on federal charges. It's all surrounding his handling of classified documents.
Yeah, ahead of his court appearance tomorrow in Miami, Trump, he spoke in Georgia this weekend at the state's GOP convention. 11 Alive's Liza Lucas, she joins us now with Trump's promise to fight these charges, in addition to what we can expect tomorrow in Miami.
Yes, now former President Trump, he's going to be traveling to Florida today before his court date tomorrow. He faces 37 counts related to those documents, including retaining classified information, obstructing justice, and making false statements, among other crimes. The 45th president spoke in Columbus, Georgia over the weekend, marking his first public appearance since the latest indictment. During his speech, Donald Trump took aim at opponents, calling the indictment, quote, a political hit job, while also slamming investigators.
Because in the end, they're not coming after me, they're coming after you, and I'm just standing in their way. Here I am, I'm standing in their way, and I always will be.
Now, Trump plans to plead not guilty on Tuesday. The classified documents case marks his second indictment this year. He was charged in New York in March with falsifying business records. A third indictment could come in the next few months as investigations into the 2020 election continue here in Fulton County.
All right, thank you, Liza. People in parts of Fulton and Fayette County are getting ready for tomorrow's special runoff election. Mark Baker and Derek Johnson had the most votes after the initial election last month. The winner of tomorrow's race will fill the seat left vacant by State Representative Tish Nagise following her death earlier this year. The district covers College Park, Fairburn, Fayetteville, Tyrone, Peachtree City, the city of South Fulton, and Union City. All new this morning, a Kennesaw State student is representing the Peach State in a big way. Yemi Ajinsen is just one of a smaller number of students from across the globe awarded Apple's most prestigious scholarship, the 2023 Swift Student Challenge. Yemi, he began coding in middle school, and he also played shortstop growing up. Inspired by the love of the sport, Yemi's winning submission is a game that explores the intricate and high-level strategies that go into a batter and pitcher matchup.
I knew that in order to make, because I played a lot of video games, in order to make games, you needed to code, and it was just cool that I didn't have to wait until like I had like a master's degree or something. I could start now and like then, and it was just great. And like ever since then, I've been creating my own games. Anytime I had like a thought and idea about a game, I'm like, oh, let me try making it myself.
Yemi says he plans to publish his app that won him this scholarship sometime this summer.
The streaming giant Netflix has started to kick out those users who are just borrowing account information from their family and friends. Coming up next on the Today Show, why Netflix's new policy could spell the end of password sharing for all streaming services in the near future.
All right, we are looking at by noon today, a few sprinkles, certainly possible. Temperatures will be in the 70s, going up to the 80s for this afternoon, 82 degrees, our afternoon high, partly sunny skies by then. Maybe a touch breezy out there with those northwest winds up to about 13, 14 miles per hour. By 6 o'clock, when you're driving home, temperatures right near 80 degrees. Looking at mostly sunny skies by then. Not a bad afternoon once we get rid of these clouds.
Breathing in on a happy note today, a story we first brought you here on 11 Alive. This is 6-year-old Noe. She is fighting leukemia and was hoping to get out the hospital and go to a Braves game. On Friday, that dream came true. Noe and her family went to the game. Her mom tells us Noe loved every minute of it. Our girl even got her first ballpark hot dog and cheered on the Braves as they snagged another win. I think she was a good luck charm.
I think so too.
So.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right, we're going to definitely see you at 726 to see the mess you got going on.
Yeah, we got troubles in Midtown. We got trouble up top, and we're not blaming your rain either, Chesley.
Hands off. You did it. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for joining us.